Hey guys, welcome to the Jambi Way. Today I wanted to do an overview of our June monthly expenses and how we set it all up to get paid. I wanted to do this as I know more people can relate having to pay monthly expenses and sinking funds from their paychecks. If you have been following me, you know that is not really my case, as my husband is the one who pays our monthly expenses, and I use my part-time job income to stuff our sinking funds. But you can do both. You can pay your monthly expenses and your sinking funds as well with your paychecks. What I like to go ahead and do is just get a calendar, a planner, whatever works that has a monthly overview, and I go ahead and I write down I write down his paydays, and I write down when our bills are due. I do like to use a color code method. I have not always done that, but I did see someone do that with highlighters, and I actually liked it. So I tried it out for us and I liked it better. It worked out better for us. So I went ahead and wrote down when he gets paid, which is every Friday. So I wrote all those paychecks out, and I wrote out all of our bills and in the color that with whatever paycheck we'll be paying that bill. So let's go ahead and do anything from June 1st through the 4th that I have written out, which would be our light and our school loan. And half of rent as well. We do take our rent and we split it. So we will take half of it from the paycheck prior to rent being due, and then the other half we would take from the paycheck when rent is due, if that made any sense. So anyways, we went ahead and we rolled over our May paycheck, the last paycheck in May, which, let's see, which was May 29th, was when we got our last paycheck, and we went ahead and took out for half of rent, paid the light and the school loan. And then from the first paycheck in June, which would be on June 5th, we will pay the other half of rent and our medical insurance. For medical insurance, it is automatically taken out from his paycheck, so we don't have to worry about, you know, paying that or anything like that, because it just automatically comes out. And then groceries, my husband does do the majority of our groceries, so I did put that as an expense on here for him. And we typically do groceries on Saturdays, so that's why I wrote it on a Saturday. And then we have my father-in-law's birthday on the 9th, so we will be taking from paycheck number 1 and getting him a gift with that. My goodness, I feel like I cannot talk today. But then moving on to paycheck number 2, obviously medical insurance will come out again. And then we have our phone, groceries, cable, and then we have 2 Capital One cards. So the first one will be due on the 14th and the second one on the 16th. So we'll have those 2 that we have to pay. And then it is my brother's birthday, so we will be taking from paycheck number 2 to get him a gift. And then from paycheck number 3, medical insurance, groceries, car note, and then we have Father's Day. So we'll take from paycheck number 3 to get our fathers a gift for Father's Day. And then moving on to paycheck number 4, we will do medical insurance, and then we'll take half of July's rent out from that check, and then the other half, 1, 2, 3, will come out on July 3rd. So half of the rent, and then groceries, of course, and then we don't have any other bills due for that week with that paycheck. And when we do pay our bills, I do like to go ahead and just get it out the way and pay everything that Friday, and not, you know, aside from groceries, but not like on this week we have the phone, cable, and the 2 Capital One cards. I like to go ahead and just pay it all on this same day to get it out the way, with the exception of course, groceries, and then cable. Cable is an automatic payment that we have set up, and it always comes out on the 13th. But everything else, I like to go ahead and just pay it on that Friday just to get it out of the way. So that is all of our bills for the month. Now, my husband, he does not do a zero-based budget where he gives every dollar a home, every dollar a place. He just does not do that. That does not work out for him. But he does take the leftover money that he has every week after paying the bills, and he will put it into a savings account, pay more on our debt, or he, you know, anything that's needed really. He is on the road a lot, and things tend to pop up, and we never know how much it may be. So he does like to keep the money in the account just so that he can have, in case something does come up or something happens, then he will have that money. But you can do, you can take that money and put it into a sinking funds if you would like to set those up. You don't have to have 20 sinking funds categories or none of that. You can always start off with something small, and then, you know, later on just keep adding more as you can. But you also don't have to have hundreds of dollars to stuff. You can, after you're done paying, you know, everything with that paycheck, if you have $100 left over, then you can add that to go into your sinking funds. If you have $50, even if you have $20 left over, you can still do it. You don't have to have all this money to do sinking funds, because a little does go a long way, and it will build up, and you will see it build up. And when the time comes, if you have like a sinking fund for, let's say, cars, for your car, you know, for like oil changes, or your taxes, or your registration, or, you know, anything like that, if you have been building it up throughout the year, you know, even if you've only been able to put $20 here, $15 here, you know, whatever you've been able to put, at least when that time comes that you have to pay it, you don't have to pay it out of your paycheck, because you've already had that money saved up to pay it. So, like I said, a little does go a long way, and it will help you in the end. So that's how you will be able to pay your monthly expenses and pay, you know, and be able to stuff into your sinking funds. So I hope this all made sense to you guys. I tried my best to explain it the best way I can. I, by no means, am a financial expert or claim to be one. This is just how it works for my family. This is just how we pay our bills, how we budget for our life, really. And I mean, there's many different ways that you're able to do a budget and to pay your bills and to do your sinking funds. You just have to find what works best for you and your family. And what I just showed you is what works best for our family. But that will be all for today. And if you guys have any comments, advice, suggestions, please leave them down below. I love to hear them all. And until next time, I hope everybody stays safe and healthy and well. And I will see you guys. Bye.